me! Yeah, he did! Go-karts are gone fishing here. Nate, golf cart. The Mad Max golf cart? I don't know. Suey's right here with me. Last night, me and the boys put some tires on the golf cart. I'm going to flip back to that here in a minute. I don't know how it turned out because I was... And yeah, we'll see. But in this video here, we're going to put on the air box and maybe try to mount the gas tank. Oh, exhaust. We're going to work on an exhaust. I might have to build something. So after I do that, we'll be able to technically really drive this thing around a little bit and see what she could do. I also did some welding last night on Stacy or Twisted R Racing's live stream, Google Hangouts with the Small Engine Nation, my boys, my family. Yeah, so we're gonna get to working on this baby. I think I'm gonna pull that bed off and the seat off real quick, just so I can get to that air box easier. I got to move the key switch around. I got to move the key switch because it's in the way of the air box. So that's another thing I'm gonna have to do. The guy that had it before me just has the key switch and all the electronics mounted down there, and I got to move it all up to where I can get to it anyway. So, all right, let me go figure out what we're gonna get going here. Oh yeah, back. So this is gonna jump back to last night, and then it's gonna jump back to this morning. Okay, so hold on.
All the edges were overgrown so bad.
We got the 420 golf cart in the house, guys. Go-karts are going fishing here, and Johnny is just begging me to work on this golf cart. So this is going to be part 5 or 6 of the golf cart build, and we got some pretty sick tires, and that's thanks to Trash and Treasures. So we're going to get those on real quick. Yeah, you guys don't know nothing about that 420 golf cart, go check them out. I'm going to put a link in the description for Trevor's channel, and I got videos back in the day of us building that. This is Johnny from Johnny Garage. He's the one with the mud mower, the crazy man.
Is it out there right now?
I'll put a link in the description for him. And Chris from Trash and Treasures hooked me up with these tires off of his Pro Hauler. These are actually already on my channel in the Pro Hauler video that we will it haul in my channel. These tires are on it.
Is that the blue one?
Yep, yep. It's like a blue gas-powered golf cart. And then, as Johnny does that, I'm going to go ahead and open up this package I got from Pullerbear Ed. Pullerbear Ed knew I needed an air filter, and he had like 4 of them laying around. So he mailed this free of charge to me. So a big shout out to Pullerbear Ed. I'll put a link in the description right here, and this will be his little name or whatever right here too. So I'm going to open this up right quick like. I haven't even opened it yet. Factory air box. Good stuff, man. Brand new air filter. Ooh. And there are the bolts and the mounting kit for it inside. So one step. Get to work! I'm a slave driver around here, in case you guys didn't know. I say, hey guys, you guys want to come drink some beer and stuff? And they'll come over and I'm like, get to work! Don't I, Johnny? Matter of fact, we lied about his hand. He wouldn't listen to me and I smacked it over my hand. I like it.
Come down, Johnny.
Should have waited for a clear, but.
I think it's the front though.
No.
I'm fired! You're on the gun!
My car about NASCAR and they're big wound and blood knot on the.
I'm not doing that, Johnny.
Whatnot.
it's hot.
Oh yeah.
There. Oh my god.
I guess.
Uh-oh. Ice cream truck. We're gonna roll her out in the yard. What the? Boom, chicka, chicka, boom, chicka. What the? I will be driving this by tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna use them for nothing.
Let's stop on right now.
I think we need to find some off-road tires, like mine. You gotta get to work. Get to work. Take this bed off, because I gotta get everything on the motor today. I gotta work on the motor, right, Sue? I found me a new camera person. You guys let me know how she works out. Come on, Sue. I'm gonna take the bed off. Right now, I just got one bolt holding the bed in. Oh, thank you. Scared you. Hey, scare you? I scare you a little bit? Oh, that's good on my back. I gotta put some air in this tire. She's leaning. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna take the seat off too. What do you think? Seat off too? Sue, whatever you do not show them this weld over here. Sue, don't let them see this weld, okay? Right here. Don't let them see this weld. What can you do? Can't find good help these days. All right, let's see. I need some tools. Some 10 mils. A couple 10mm wrenches. Hers is the bestest camera dog ever. Good grief, that thing was tight. So yeah, I'm pulling off this panel box. I'm gonna get my impact, because that's gonna take forever. Sue, I wish you could hand me tools. What, you wanna go inside? You quit? You quit that kind? Work got hard, so you're gonna quit? Huh? How much wire we got? Ooh, yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty of wire. Starter wire. Okay, that's actually mounts for the airbox. Awesome. But I don't think that coil's supposed to be there either. We're gonna have to move this coil out of the way, Sue. The guy put it in the wrong place again. We're gonna have to find somewhere else to put it. Okay, cause I wanna put that cover back on there so I can get some airflow. I don't know what I did with it now. Here it is. We gotta put this back on too, Sue. What do you think? Gots to have it, right? Gotta put this on here, Sue. I think that's where the airbox mounts. I don't think that's where that coil mounts, though. At all. Let's hold it. There it goes. Yeah, that's not where that goes. There's the bolt for that. We're gonna have to move that coil box, Susu. Or whatever, coil pack. We're gonna move it somewhere else. Yeah. We'll get back with you guys in a little bit. I'll let the studio cam run for a minute though. Yeah, so Suey quit that kind. I got the coil pack off and out of the way now. So this I can get mounted on. Nice and pretty like so. So I don't overheat, right? And I just temporarily got this zip tied up here. I'm gonna mount it better, I'm gonna ground it, all that good stuff. This is the panel box that the guy had made, which it ain't too bad, but the switch is no good down here. So I can mount this somewhere else and then move the switch up front by me. I don't know if I'm gonna get all that done today or not. It's probably gonna end up zip tied. Holy, what is going on? I gotta mow my grass. Let's see where the dog is. Suey, you quit that kind? Beautiful day out here, Florida. Looking so good. I gotta get to work. So I found these 4 little fellers here from some other project, who knows, to hold that cover on. So I'm gonna bust them in there real quick and then that'll be done. And then I'm gonna get to the air box. Ed getting all ahead of myself. I got that box on and it looks really good. But I started tinkering with this, and this plate is actually a factory plate. You see it's got those, it's got a spot for everything except even the ignition switch, but I think they put that in there. I think I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get this up front and then just mount this. So I'm gonna take some blue tape and I'm gonna mark where these are going on my ignition switch, and I'm gonna take it off and try to figure out a way to mount it somewhere up here. And then I'm gonna take the plate and just mount it like on the bottom of this somewhere for either temporary or forevers. We don't know. And I think I found out where that right there mounts too. I think it actually mounts right there on that bolt where it was, but in a different fashion. So I'm getting all miscombobulated. Maybe I'll go ahead and get that air filter on. Yeah, I think I'm air filter box that Ed sent me. And then come back to this. All right, I got my air box here. Thanks to Pullerbear Ed, man. I tell you, I'm super happy about that. Big shout out to Ed. I don't think it needs 4 bolts to hold this box on, so I'm just gonna do 2. Oh yeah. Brand new air filter. Beauty. Thank you, Ed. And voila. So I think I figured it out. This piece that he had screwed onto there where it was actually does hold the coil and the air box. Makes a perfect sense. So I got to pull the bolt out of this cover, and I got the nut for that, and then I just got to use the 2 bolts there, and yeah, so that'll be good then. I'm gonna go ahead and get all that bolted together. So I got way distracted. People needed my help, so I don't know where I left off, but when I had some company come over. But that's where I am. I got that stuff mounted up. I got my 3 wires marked what they need to be. My coil pack's mounted up. My air filter's mounted up. I have to run 3 wires up to the front there, and I have to build an exhaust. So I'm looking into building that exhaust now because that's more important. I found this little 90 right here. I think I'm gonna cut that right there. Cut this somewhere maybe, I don't know, and make a washer exhaust flange type deal if I can find a big enough one, and cut it out to that size. So that's my next plan. I'm gonna see what I can put together real quick. There's a little flange I just made. Took me like 5 minutes. I just notched it, and it's gonna be a little restrictive, but it's for temporary purposes only. So yeah, there I made something. It hangs to the right a little, just like me, so it'll be fine. I ain't giving y'all too close a look because it'll look like something like this. Okay, next thing I gotta do is figure out that starter switch and change the oil, and then me and Johnny with his broken wing are gonna go for a ride. Well, guys, we went to crank it up. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I am not changing the oil. I did not pull a drain plug. We were just starting it up to get the oil circulating before I'd started to drain the oil. I haven't looked into it yet, but it just started blowing oil out of the side of the case. So I'll be honest with you guys, I'm fed up, man. I busted my ass on this thing, and now this engine's fudged, it looks like, and I'm just not happy. So alright, so I've been tinkering. I changed the oil, or I drained the oil. I mean, I really think it might have been overfilled, might be half the problem, but I don't know where the oil came from. I took the flywheel fan off, I cleaned it up real good, and I rode it, and nothing came out. So I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. So I think I'm going to change the oil and run it again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, I just took it for another ride, and as soon as I got on it, it started blowing oil everywhere. I think it's the seal right here behind the crank seal. Isn't that awesome? This motor's toast. There ain't nothing I could do. I could already tell that it had been rebuilt, because there's like caulking in there, sealant. So yeah, she's gonna go on the back burner until I can afford a 420. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Just be careful on Let Go and OfferUp and Craigslist and all those places that you get. I've been robbed every single time. Every single time. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm sorry. Well, folks, that's going to be it for this video, you know. It sucks, but what can you do, you know? I mean, with every success, there's a failure somewhere. And it looks like I'm going to be pulling that flywheel off in the next video. And if this motor can't be fixed, what are we going to do, huh? See you in the next video.